Hello fans of Dimaga or Kiwikaki or StarCraft 2 in general, and welcome back to Game 2 of this King of the Hill show match series. Week 1 here, brought to you by SC2casts.tv. Big thanks to them, and a big shout out to starcraftworld.it for organizing and hosting this. And yeah, a little bit of self-promotion here, but big shout out to SchickySC, your caster for this set of King of the Hill show match series. But anyways, on to the game here. This is going to be Game 2. We've got MTW Dimaga spawning as the Red Zerg at the 9 o'clock position here on Metalopolis. And since he did lose Game 1, spoiler alert, you should be watching them in order anyways. He was able to choose this map, and Metalopolis is often considered to be a Zerg favored map. But either way, we got Kiwikaki, his opponent, spawning at the 12 o'clock position here as the yellow Protoss. And Kiwi looks to be just putting down a pylon and scouting in the proper direction. So good job here scouting the close distances first. Although, of course, this is actually going to favor him on this map. And I'm not sure if he's going to choose to do a 2-gate or not, as 2-gates, of course, were nerfed. The build in general was nerfed against Zerg players or even Terran players, or even Protoss players, if you want to consider it that way. But anyways, Kiwi looks to be just putting down his 13-gate, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's going to go for another fast expansion. We'll have to wait and see, but his probe does get out of there safe and sound. He doesn't see a spawning pool, so he knows that Dimaga is probably going for another fast expansion build, and I don't like this choice by Dimaga. He has not found Kiwikaki yet. He doesn't know where he is spawning, but nice job with this patrol by Kiwi. Stopping that hatchery just for a few seconds longer, depleting his shields, and then just getting out of there. And it looks like Kiwi is going to be putting down a 13 and a 14 gateway, and that's going to allow him to double pump some zealots as fast as possible. The shields on this probe are regenerated, so he is going to go head to head with this drone, but I don't know who's going to win that. The drone, I think, would, because his health would regenerate ever so slightly. Now, if the probe now goes back and engages, he would win the fight, but there is a new probe here, just patrolling to defend, drone to defend against this probe. But that's kind of boring. But let's go back and see the builds. If we look at the production tab, Dimaga is once again doing what he considers probably his strong build, or maybe this is a new build. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Dimaga's play post 1.1 patch, but I went for the 16 hatch and 15 pool again. No gas though. That's a little peculiar. I really would like to see him get Zergling speed. He is now just finding Kiwikaki. He knows he's in a close position. Without that Zergling speed, it's going to be really tough to deal with any type of zealot pressure, and that is what's coming from Kiwikaki. And I would have liked to see him put down a spine crawler here and lift it up or uproot it and put it down here, or even transfer a second queen. Did he not? He doesn't have a queen up at all yet, so this is going to be really troublesome for him, as he's only got 6 Zerglings, no queens. The first and the second one are almost about to, well, the first one's about to come out. The second one's only about half done. His Overlord is just hanging out, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, acting all cool. You know, I'm not going to go that anymore, but come on, who doesn't remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? That was an epic TV show. So anyways, Dimaga's queen's going to try to come down here and help defend against this, but with the number of Zerglings and queens that he does have here, he should be in an okay position. A couple of these zealots have already taken shield damage and even health damage, or hull damage if you want to call it. No, hull damage would be ships, but anyways, I'm getting off topic. The queens should be enough with these Zerglings to defend against this. I would like to see a spine crawler. People really underestimate spine crawlers. They are super effective against all ground units. Their range is 7. They just keep poking away, especially when you can get a good surround on the zealots with the Zerglings. The zealots can't even touch the spine crawler, and the spine crawler just gets to do all of its damage. I mean, I guess the zealots could just run up the ramp, but the queens could easily block that. But it looks like Kiwikaki's just going to wait for some reinforcements, and we do see a Baneling nest on the way here now for Dimaga, and it looks like he's engaging in a bad position. He's off the creep. The Zealots can actually just keep attacking, moving, and running backwards. They got a lot of free shots in. The Zerglings are not super effective until all of the Zerglings are surrounded the Zealots, and if you just keep attacking and poking back, the Zealots actually become very effective. Nice micromanagement by Kiwikaki, pulling back these two Zealots that were so close to death, 10 health and 4 health. It looks like the Zerglings are going to try to come around and pick off the one Zealot. They are going to be able to do so, but these Zealots have regenerated enough shields that the Zerglings are going to be forced to retreat. Metabolic boost still not on the way. I really don't like this. The Baneling nest is up, and it is going to be able, or sorry, Dimaga is going to be able to produce some Banelings, but I don't know if it's going to be that effective. Taking a look at Kiwikaki's base, he's already got a photon cannon up on the way. His natural expansion is about, well, 50% of the way done, and this Overlord is still just hanging out, chilling out. No cybernetics core up, just coming down now, so that Overlord knows that he's pretty safe, but actually no, this photon cannon is about to finish, so that's going to be trouble. I think he may get the kill. Yes, that is going to die, but let's go back to the battle here. We've got some Banelings and Zerglings. The Banelings off creep without their centrifugal hooks. They're not going to be that effective. One Zealot does get taken out, a few more get damaged, and it looks like this pylon is going to get taken out if he focuses it down, but no, he's just got an extra cannon here he's going to blow up on, and it looks like, yes, the cannon does go down. The pylon has not been killed yet. The Zerglings are trying to squeeze their way up onto this ramp, but these Zealots are doing a very nice job, and because this pylon did not die, this hook still exists here, and the Zerglings are forced to go all the way around. Lots of probes coming off from mining, able to scare off these Zerglings, and he's got a few more Banelings morphing in. Needs to take out this pylon. Not only does it unpower his, yeah, it's going to unpower the cybernetics core, and if it would, it actually would stop his warp gate tech, which would be crucial at this point in the game. Is he going to go take it out? It looks like he is. He's just going to use Zerglings to take it out, and his Banelings are going to go all the way to the back of the base. If these probes aren't careful, they may get taken out. Let's take a look at the income tab. 30 harvesters is what he had, but a lot just got blown up. So it was almost double the harvesters for Kiwikaki. Actually, it was double the harvesters, but I'm curious to see what it is now, and wow, 10 kills on those probes. That is a fantastic job by Dimaga. I did consider him behind in the game because his natural expansion was not saturated. He was so far behind from that early pressure, but now with those probe kills, he is going to be right back in this game, and he's going to be ready to push on forward. It looks like the cybernetics core did get unpowered, so that warp gate tech, however crucial it is going to be stopped until another pylon can get produced. And it looks like Dimaga is going to do somewhat of a pincer attack here with the Banelings. Just running the Banelings by the minerals, it's going to prevent any probes from even mining from that at all. But Banelings trying to run up the ramp. These sentries do have one force field available, but that's it. They're not going to be able to delay this much longer than that. And it looks like the sentries are going to try to get some pot shots in, but oh no, the Banelings are coming in. Very nice force field. Trapped one of his own Zealots out, but it did prevent the Banelings from getting any damage done. He could produce a couple Stalkers now. Stalkers are pretty decent against Banelings. They take a lot of damage from them, and of course they can kite them a little bit. But I don't know the speed of them. I didn't get a pick one, but I will find out in a few seconds. The Zerglings and Banelings do get cleaned up. There's only 4 more Banelings left. The Baneling speed is 2.5, and I do believe Stalker speed is like 2.85, and Sentry and Zealot and Immortal speed is 2.25. But anyways, Dimaga back in this game. The income tab shows that he is equal level now. He's only a few harvesters behind. What was an absolute massive discrepancy before is now not even abysmal at best. Or at worst, I should say. So Zergling speed's still not done. I really don't like that. If you're going to use Zerglings this late into the mid-game, or this far into the game, it's really beneficial to have that. His lair did just finish. Roach Warren is on the way, likely to get Glial Reconstitution and use Roaches similar to like he did in Game 1. But Kiwikaki is now regaining his foothold. The pylon is back up. He's got a cannon redefending this area. He's redeveloped that hook, so all the Zerglings and Banelings are going to have to run all the way around if they don't want to blow up on this area. And it looks like the mining of his natural will commence as soon as that finishes. He's got quite a few probes. He can afford to transfer a few without losing maximum saturation. And wow, he already does have ground level 1 upgrades as well. So good job by him there, and I have to pause one quick second. Alright, and welcome back. Sorry about that. Shouldn't really notice much of a difference, but anyways. this probe here, trying to get a little bit of scouting information off to make sure that Dimaga doesn't have another base, but the Zerglings are going to chase him down. They would have chased him down a lot faster if they would have had Zergling speed, but he is getting that now, so he's about 1/4 of the way done, 1/4, and Glial Reconstitution is on the way, so Dimaga is really favoring roaches lately. Maybe that's what he chooses to do in post 1.1 games, but we'll have to see how it fares against Kiwikaki's style of play, which seems to be very Sentry and Zealot heavy right now. We don't have a Twilight Council up, so there's no Zealot charge. We are now just getting the 3... wow, that's really late in the game. 14 minutes into the game, and we're now just getting the Warp Gates finished. He's got 4 Warp Gates. The Twilight Council is now coming down, and that's going to allow ground level 2 weapons upgrades to be researched if he wants. Putting up a robotics facility likely to produce either an immortal for the roaches, although I don't know if he's seen that. No, he has not seen the roaches or the roach warren, so maybe it's just going to be an observer to see what's going on and maybe to kill off some of this creep and make sure that it has to retreat or collapse into itself, whatever you want to call it. But Dimaga here on 2 bases, equal basing with a Protoss player is never a good idea for a Zerg player. I really don't like that. Dimaga really needs to ninja off another expansion or even take this one. Zerg players don't like to expand towards their enemy if they can so help it. But in this situation he might be okay because it looks like he's got some fairly good map control. These roaches and Zerglings are going to get in. A lot of sentries do go down there. Banelings coming in, but wow. Fantastic force field placing by Kiwikaki is going to allow him to hold off all of those Banelings and basically just allow him to confront the roaches head on. And he's important to note he's got 4 sentries with a lot of energy left, so he can do the exact same thing again if he needs to, or even split off the roaches and split off some of the Banelings as well, as he's got more stalkers out now, so he's not as heavy on light units as he was before. And it looks like he's blocked off the roaches this time, and wow, blocking off the Banelings once again. Didn't throw down a one here, so the Banelings could have got in, but all the Zealots do go down. He's left with just Stalkers and Sentries, and look at this. Blink is on the way again. Blink and Immortals are pretty much the direct count. I don't want to say that. No, Colin. No, I just dropped my real name. No, SchickySC. So here he's picking off a bunch of creep tumors. Important to note as well, Immortals do bonus damage to armored, and creep tumors are armored and structure. So Immortals one-shot creep tumors. So one observer, and wow, nice blink on there, but one observer and one Immortal can just go clean up creep tumors completely. Look how fast those die, just splat. Well, that one didn't get an Immortal shot. But anyways, as I was saying, Blink Stalkers with force fields and an Immortal and Immortals are... there's really nothing that Banelings, Zerglings, and Roaches can do. He is researching Burrow. I don't know if he has Tunneling Claws yet. He does have both Roach upgrades right now, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Dimaga does have this Overseer. It would be very good of him to pick off this Overseer if he can, or sorry, this Observer if he can, but all he has to deal damage against air are Queens and a couple Hydralisks. The Hydra Den is up. Groove Spines is about 75% of the way done. Kiwikaki is going to push in as he's taking the gold expansion, but he also doesn't know nice force fields that Dimaga actually took his own gold expansion, so if Dimaga can hold off this push, he'll be in a very good position, but all of these force fields, I need to pause this because this is just fantastic placement. Just awesome. Really, there was nothing Dimaga can do. He could have burrowed and went underneath the force fields, but it just, without looking and micromanaging your units, it's going to force you into this choke point. There's really no better way that Kiwikaki could have placed those force fields, and the Immortals are taking all of the damage from the Roaches, just soaking it up, while the Stalkers and the other Immortals do so much damage. He does have an Observer here. It's not been taken out, so all these Burrowed Roaches, even though they're regenerating at such a high pace, they will be taken out fairly quick. He's almost got enough Stalkers to one-shot these Roaches, and with the Immortal help, and once again, fantastic Blink Micro from Kiwikaki. I am absolutely amazed by his play lately. Just fantastic. Oh, recycling those units like no other. And it looks like all of these Zerglings are going to die. Blink is on cooldown, so a few of the Stalkers are going to get taken out, but Hydras are just not that effective against this combination unless they're in large numbers, and Dimaga is once again forced to GG because of Kiwikaki's fantastic micro and unit composition. So once again, Well, great job by Kiwikaki. The force fields were just amazing. The blink micro was awesome. Dimaga seems to be really struggling against Protoss, or maybe just Kiwikaki's play in general. But Game 3 is coming right up, guys. Stay tuned.